Hey girl, hey, it's me, Mariah Elise, and welcome to my YouTube video about answering questions about me. Hey girl, hey, it's me, Mariah Elise, and welcome to my Q&A about me. Okay, so recently I put a poll on my Instagram story for you guys to ask me questions about what you would like to know about me, and I got some really good ones, so I'm going to answer them for you in this video. Okay, so one question I got was good advice or tips for people with terrible time management. And honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't have the best time management either, and I'm making it a goal of mine to do better with that, especially with having to juggle full-time employment, full-time student, internships, extracurriculars, social life, and a bunch of things like that. But I would say a good tip or a trick is to do exactly that. Manage your time. List out what you have to do for the day, the week, something like that. Like invest in a planner and utilize it. Write out the things that you need to do and dedicate a specific amount of time to get said thing done. So if you know you have assignments due, make sure you dedicate enough time to get your assignments done on time, if not before. If you know that you have to go to work, go to school, go to practice and things like that, and you have things to do amongst that, make sure that you schedule the needed amount of time per activity for that specific activity, because it's really easy for me especially to get distracted when doing things that I'm supposed to be doing, like homework. I can get distracted with eating, TV, social media. So I'm trying harder to make sure that I schedule time for the things that need to be completed and complete all or most of that specific thing during that time. So as I mentioned, I am a full-time college student. So really a question I got was, what is one of my favorite college memories? I'm gonna actually give you all a few. So a few of my very, 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 very memorable college memories would be 2025 spring break, which just happened. As y'all saw in one of my previous vlogs, me and Lainaj went to Puerto Rico to celebrate our birthday, and we had a time. So if y'all want to know what time we had, go check that video out. Another really good college memory that I have recently occurred as well, and it's also a vlog on my channel, so make sure y'all go watch it. When I was in Vail, Colorado for an entire week as a hospitality major, that is a really big deal, especially being in the communities that I am in. Being able to travel with my student organization, with members of my academic department, and I got to travel with the assistant dean of our school of like hospitality and things like that. I had so much fun connecting with new and familiar people. I built a lot of stronger relationships during that trip, and that was definitely one of my core memories as a hospitality major, because it really goes to show you how hospitality is in every single aspect that we are involved in. Like, a lot of people think hospitality really just stays at the forefront of like customer service, working at a cashier at a front desk and things like that. But no, hospitality, customer service, and that kind of compassion and care aspect is woven into every career aspect that you can find. Like, everything is based in hospitality if you really, really, truly think about it, because customer service is such a big part and plays such an important impact in how these careers and these organizations are able to continue to thrive, because it can make or break, what you do and what you're able to see like your business succeeding in. Y'all, all my good college memories happened on a trip, because another good memory was when I went to Miami for a conference, and I had so much fun. I learned about investing in hotels and what it looks like to be Black and in these spaces. It was really inspiring to be in this room with people who look like me, who are in the career fields that I aspire to be in, who are doing amazing things like buying hotels and renovating them and then remarketing them, and the like process and the business operation side of doing that. It was very, very inspiring and impactful because, girl, if y'all see my name on a hotel one day, thank Morgan State. Another really good trip I had was when I went to Houston, Texas, as a mechatronics engineering major. I'm no longer a mechatronics engineering major, but that was my very, very first trip when I matriculated at Morgan State University, when I was in SWE, which is the Society of Women Engineers. Shout out to all my women in engineering and all my people in the STEM related fields. I love y'all. Y'all do the damn thing. But that was a really, really good trip for me because not only was it my first trip as a student at Morgan State University, but girl, who y'all know that's in engineering and going to Houston, Texas and meeting all these people, learning about panels and things like that. And I was there with some members of NSBE too, which is National Society of Black Engineers. So it was kind of like a 2-for-1 kind of trip, because although we specifically went for the Society of Women Engineers conference that was being hosted that year, we were also bringing along NSBE students, and a lot of them, this was also their first trip. So it was good to know people who were in the same boat as me, like being on a trip for the first time, because a lot of the people that also went were vets when it came to school trips. So they had a lot of connections. When they went to these trips, they were networking. Like, as soon as we hit the ground, they found somebody, gave them their resume, and got a job on the spot. So it was a little nerve-wracking being there, but at the same time, it also really, I feel like that trip really broke me out of my shell when it comes to like putting myself out there, because believe it or not, y'all, as much as I damn talk, I am so scared of talking to people and like selling myself, which is what they say when you're networking, because people don't know you. So in order for them to give you what you want, you have to make them invest in you. Like, you have to give them reasons as to why would I pick you out of 50 million people who are here? What makes you special? What are some differentiating factors about you that make you you? You know what I mean? Like, why would I choose you? And so I feel like that trip with SWE really, really, really gave me the skills that I need to kind of ease my way into networking better, because it still scares me a little, believe it or not, especially as a hospitality major. What we do is talk all day, sell ourselves all day, especially when you work in like sales representatives and stuff like that. All they do is get on the phone and try to get people to buy into their product. So it's like, I'm still really new at things like that, but I'm really, really grateful for that trip and all that it taught me. And a special, special shout out to Dr. Poindexter, because she is that girl. She is that one. She makes sure that whatever needs to be done for the students that she takes on these trips gets done. She set up like these kind of like these one-on-ones with certain people on these panels, so that Morgan State students specifically could have like this kind of VIP experience. When it came to our resumes, we got extra care, I would say, when it came to like catering our resumes and things like that. So she really made sure that we were set up for success, especially on this trip, I feel like. Now, I haven't been on any of the trips with her since. Again, I'm no longer an engineering major, but I am so forever grateful to Dr. Poindexter for taking me on that trip and really making sure that I had a great experience, because it really did set the foundation for how I operate on school trips. I feel like because of SWE at Houston, Texas, I really have a better method to my madness when it comes to how I network and meet these people and make sure that they can put my name to my face when they see me. Because although, say, we'll connect on LinkedIn or we'll connect in some other form of social media or even through email, numbers, things like that, some people don't always remember who you are. So I thank Dr. Poindexter for giving me the skills that I need to make sure these people remember who I am. You know what I mean? Another good question I got was, how do I balance school, work, extracurriculars, and social? And girl, just know I'm trying. I'm not gonna say I have a hard time, but I go to school full time. I go to school from like 9 to 3. Then I go to work from 4 to 11. Then I got homework in between that. Gotta say hi to my friends in between that. So it's kind of a struggle to really balance all of that. But, you know, you make time. And that's how you really get good at balancing the things that you need to balance, is you make time for those things. You know, if you know that you have school, homework, friendships, coffee dates, shopping sprees, and trips to go on, you make time for those things to happen, don't you? So I would say that's a good way to balance all of that, is just making sure that you make time for those things and you don't stretch yourself thin just to do them. Because it is okay to say no. It is okay to reschedule. It is okay to just be like, hey, I want to, but I can't right now. And then you just do it when you can. Oh, a good question I got was, did I always know I was going to Morgan State? And if y'all saw my video about me going to Morgan State, y'all would know that the answer is no. I was not always going to go to Morgan State. Originally, when I graduated high school in 2021, oh my goodness, y'all, that's so long ago. But when I graduated in high school in 2021, the plan was to follow in my mommy's footsteps and go to the real TSU, Tennessee State University. But I didn't go. And I ended up going to Oakwood, as y'all would know if y'all watched the video. And then I stayed at Oakwood for 1 full year. And then I transferred to Morgan State. And that's how I got here. But no, I did not originally always know that I was going to go to Morgan State University. Morgan State kind of chose me in a way. Yeah. But ever since then, it's been really good. I've had one of the best college experiences that I can say, because of course I can only speak for myself. But I think Morgan State has given me an amazing, amazing, amazing college experience. And I'm so thankful. And catch me post-grad back at Morgan State for grad school. Okay. What's one thing that I know now that I would teach my younger self would definitely be academic validation. Your grades do not make who you are. And I think that that's such a good thing to learn, especially with, you know, growing up in academics. Like, we all go to school, we all have educations, and we all feel the pressure of doing good, getting the A's, getting the B's. But it's okay because C's get degrees, you know what I mean? But your grades do not define you. And I think that's something that I learned now, especially, I can't lie, guys, I failed a class or two and it tore me down. Like, I really was going through it when I got my first F in college. But it's like, okay, I learned I can take the class again and I can make the other grade kind of disappear. Like, it won't show up on my transcript necessarily and affect my GPA. But even if it does, because I do have that kind of experience where I have failed a class and I had to be okay with it, you know? So I had to just learn that my academics, my GPA, how good I'm doing in school doesn't depict how smart I am or how creative I can be and things like that. Because I have some friends and I love them dearly and they are academic weapons and they are so inspiring with the fact that they can procrastinate and still get that A. But some of us cannot. We don't have that talent where we could just, I'll do it later. And then pull it off in a matter of 2 hours before it's due. You know, some of us, we gotta put that time in weeks and weeks and weeks in advance, make sure that that project is outlined and completed way before it's due, because now we have other things we got to get done and things like that. So that's one thing that I definitely learned in college, is grades are not the definition of how smart I am. And another answer that I will give to that question about what I would tell my younger self is, it's okay to not fully know. Like, when I first got to Oakwood as a freshman, I was studying biology. When I transferred to Morgan State, I was studying engineering. Then I chose to do communications, which I'm still majoring in. Then I picked up a minor. Then I dropped my minor. Then I chose to pick up a second major of hospitality, which I'm also still doing. So it's like, it's okay to not know what you're going to be doing long term as an 18-year-old, as a 22-year-old. It's okay. And I'm still learning that today, as I have this other question about what do I want to do post grad? And honestly, I don't know. I know that I want to remain in hospitality. I want to do something that marries my 2 degrees in communications and things like that, because as a communications major, I feel like we are kind of put on one path of, like, one career path, and they kind of want us to go into something news related, like broadcasting, radio show, things like that. But it's like, what if I don't want to do that? What if I want to go into something completely different that's not related to news at all? So it's like, I'm still learning what I want to do post grad, but I know that I want to do something in communications and in hospitality, which is why I picked up my majors. I think communications is a really, really broad degree. I can do a lot of things with it. And I think hospitality is a really broad degree. I can do a lot of things with that too. I think that I have a good system for my double major, that I could go into a lot of different career paths, and I could do a lot of different cool and creative and strategic types of career positions. Okay, for my last question, we're gonna end on a less serious note about what are my current favorites in shows and movies and in songs. My favorite shows, I love cartoons. I am a kid at heart. I love watching like very nostalgic shows like Strawberry Shortcake. I love Strawberry Shortcake. And if y'all know me, y'all know I have 2 cats, Nora and Storm, and they love watching Strawberry Shortcake too, because this is a cartoon household. But I also really love shows that are like home renovations, like Love It or List It. And this show that I'm on is called like Dream Home Takeover. I think something like that. It's on Netflix, and I absolutely love it. Like, I've rewatched the show so many times, I could probably recite it word for word. My favorite song, I don't have necessarily a favorite song. I do have top artists that I regularly listen to, and that would be like Drake, A Boogie with the Hoodie, like SZA, Jhené Aiko. There's probably a few more in there, but those are the ones that I can remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I don't really have like favorite songs. I don't think. I have songs that I really like. Well, with Drake, I really like his Certified Lover Boy album. So I would say that's a favorite. But it's also kind of nostalgic because when it first dropped, I listened to that album every single morning. Like, every single morning. And my favorite movie, I have favorites in different categories. So my favorite movie is Hercules. It's a Disney movie. My second favorite in Disney would probably be like Princess and the Frog. But like more like action-packed movies, I really like this movie called Red Notice. It's got The Rock in it. I think it's a really, really good movie. I really love it, and I think that the plot is really cool. I was like the way that the movie plays out, I was not at all expecting that. So y'all should give it a watch and let me know how y'all like it. All right, thank you so much for tuning in with me on my Q&A about things about me. So I'll catch you on the next video. Bye. Mwah.